Sure.
Okay, last but not least, another player, fourth of the five, that was voted permanent team captain by his teammates, Kyle Efford. So, Rod?
Last half of the year has been a bit of a struggle for you injury-wise and trying to, be prepared for every game. How are you feeling now? And maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you've had to go through.
Yeah, no, I feel solid now. It's really just been about, playing that game and kind of using that week to get back right, with this little injury or whatever. But it's been a great time, watching my team get to play the best ball that they play. Watching different players step up in different areas. So, it's definitely been fun still.
Chad?
One of those guys is E.J. Lightsey. What have you seen out of him and seen him grow through this season?
Yeah, EJ's playing ball. Like I couldn't be more happy with how with how EJ's playing. Even Tajay coming in behind him. I mean, both of them boys are coming in and filling up my shoes. They're playing some good ball.
Luke?
Kyle, what do you think of when you think of Georgia?
I think of hate off rip, but I mean, really and truly, it's a football team. It's still guys that fell in love with the sport that we love. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's hate, but there's still a little bit of respect there, because it's still the game that we love.
And just a follow-up on that, Coach Key is very passionate about the rivalry. It's something that is instilled in you guys when you get here. But personally, when was that moment for you? When did it hit you that this rivalry was different?
I'll probably say when I committed, like I knew it was like a thing, like it was a rivalry, but like I didn't really know for real, like until I kind of I committed here, and like I was just talking to the guys. Like I think I might have brought up Georgia about something. They're like, what? We don't talk about them, bro. Like, so like, that's kind of realized, okay, yeah, I messed with that time.
Alex?
There was a play last week late in the NC State game where they initially called targeting and were reviewing it. Just talk about your thought process during that. Just probably some tense few minutes knowing that you might, be out of that game and then possibly the next game, half of the game. Just how about what were you feeling during that review and kind of how relieved you were to when they came back and said that wasn't targeting?
Yeah, no, I was definitely a little bit mad at myself. I made a decision when I was a young kid, like that whistle isn't blown yet and his body's not on the ground. Like I'm putting a shot on him. That's just how I play. It's been instilled in me since I was a little kid. But obviously I came off that one and I hit him in the wrong spot. I definitely felt bad for it. Did it to myself too. So it is what it is.
Patrick?
Follow up on that one, Kyle, about the targeting. I think in the time you've been playing competitive football, that rule has changed quite a bit, and it seems like it's pretty subjective. Do you find it something that stays in the front of your mind while you're playing, or do you just kind of go for it and hope and expect that you get to get the call when you deserve it?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely deep back there. Like I try to think like this is still the game that we fell in love with. Like I mean I can still go lay a hit on somebody and just hope for the best, really and truly. But I mean, like when I'm playing ball, it's definitely in the back of my mind. Because I still gotta protect my team. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get thrown out and put them in the situation where they don't have me next week or 15 yards on top of that, put us in the red zone or something like that. So really and truly, that's usually when we just want to be more careful from now on.
Are there one or two things that have led to the improvements that the defense has made this year?
We're just playing football. It's weeks, stacking days. I mean, that's just how it works. We're getting more time with that defense, so we're just executing a little bit more.
What are your thoughts on Georgia's offense, watching them on film?
Yeah, I mean, they're an explosive offense. I mean, per usual, we just got to come out there and play our brand of football, and but we'll be able to stop them, play our best.
I saw another hand over here. Did I not? Alex?
Growing up in Georgia, what's it like around the area where you grew up? A lot of Georgia fans, and just were you introduced to the rivalry that way, or you kind of, like you said, were you introduced more of it when you finally got to Georgia Tech?
Yeah, I mean, it was more when I got to Georgia Tech. I mean, I knew of the rivalry growing up. I mean, I wasn't a Georgia Tech guy. I wasn't really a Georgia guy. I just love football. So, I mean, my funny story, my oldest brother actually went to Georgia, but like he's all Tech now. So it's ain't no house divided, none of that. We all Tech, so it's ready to go, ready to play some ball.
Anything else for Kyle? All right, Kyle. Congrats, Kyle.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Appreciate you as always. Congratulations.